Hey everybody, it's Ethan. I am just coming on here real quick to talk about the fact that I had two top surgery consultations this week. So, yeah, just wanted to talk about those real quick. And before I get started on that, I went to good news. I went to Subaru dealership where I got my car, and they were doing like free monthly inspection this month, which was cool. And when I got there to drop my car off, I asked the woman at this, I was like, out of curiosity, because you have me in the system as my birth name, and I was like, how hard would it be to change my name in the system? She's like, I could change it for you right now. I was like, well, it's not legally changed, but I go by Ethan now. And she was like, okay. And she changed it right there. Yeah, really cool. Didn't blink an eye. It was nice. But yeah, I knew as soon as like I walked up to the counter, and I was the only person there for the 8:30 appointment, so she kind of knew who I was. She's like, hello, ma'am. And I was like, oh no, I can't do this. But yeah, I mean, actually that stuff's getting to me less and less, the ma'am or the she or her or whatever. I don't really care too much right now. I mean, yeah, it bothers me, but I feel pretty grounded in that I see myself as male, so I don't know, I kind of just laugh when it happens now, whereas it would have frustrated me a couple months ago, like, deeply. But anyway, so that's that. I love Subaru. Not that I needed any more reasons, but yeah, they're awesome. So that was cool. And yeah, it was as simple as that. She just said to get, since they still own my title, I'm still paying off my car, but since they still own my title, I would just have to show them legal, or proof when I get it legally changed, and they'll do that. So that was cool. Anyway, the important part, top surgery. Yeah, so I've been looking into top surgery. I figured I would like to try and do it while I'm unemployed right now. And I've been researching it for a little while. I had scheduled some consultations a while ago, and they finally came up. So I did two consultations, one with one of my local doctors, Dr. Mangubat. He's up in Seattle. And I heard pretty good things about him, but there also isn't very much, because he's not like Dr. Garamoni or Dr. Brownstein, or the well-known guys. He's not that well-known, but he has been doing the surgery since '06, so he's been doing it for a while, and his results have improved quite a bit from what I've seen on like TransBucket and a few other sites, and just like looking at some guys recently that have gone through their pictures and stuff. So that was cool. So I talked to him first on Monday. I got to go in person. Actually, I did not talk to him. When I got there, they set me up with a surgeon that's working with him right now, Dr. Sherie. And I was a little upset that they didn't like tell me that beforehand, but she was awesome. I really liked her. I felt pretty comfortable with her, which is good, which is what I needed, because I'm like really nervous about this. But I came at her with a whole list of questions. I brought a huge list, and just like kept hitting her with them for like, I don't know, I think we were in there for about 45 minutes, just talking, and then she needed to kind of take a look and see what she was working with in my chest region. But yeah, so it was good. She really put me at ease, very polite. I didn't feel like she was like had a god complex or anything. What was I gonna say? So she got to the practice with Dr. Mangubat in August, so back in the fall, and since then she's assisted him in 50 of his surgeries, and she's also done 2 on her own. And at the end, she did tell me, you have the option of going with him or me. It doesn't matter. But I kind of feel like since she did the consultation, I'd prefer to have her do the surgery, since she's the one I saw. But I don't know. I mean, that seems like this surgery is like such a huge deal for me, and I'm just nervous because she obviously doesn't have that much experience, but I think she would do a good job. I mean, she did give me, we went over my concerns about what I am worried about, and after taking a look at my chest, she was like, "I really think you're going to have great results. I'm fairly small. Like, in fact, I'm kind of on the borderline for like peri or double incision, but I'm gonna go with double incision to be safe, just because I don't want to mess around with that. I think I'm a little too big for that. Probably a B cup, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So, but she thinks it's gonna be great. Her only concern was that since I don't have a whole lot of skin, it might be a little, they might just have a little bit of a problem trying to sew it all together, where it's not, I don't know, that they might have to take a little more skin lower and cut into some of the areola, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So, I mean, the way she explained it, it sounds like it's going to be fine. And I think it will. I'm, not too concerned about that. But yeah, I mean, she answered all my questions, and what was even better was I brought a friend with me, actually, and she asked her like how much she knew about the trans community, and she was like, I just kind of have done some research now, and she had gone to the Gender Odyssey conference back in the fall to do some presentations, and I didn't even mention this, but she mentioned that she's been on Trans Bucket, like doing some like just looking at people's discussions and what were concerning to people, and yeah, so I was impressed by that she actually has taken the time to learn about what's important to us, and yeah, so that's a huge deal to me, and yeah, she just seemed to really get it, and I don't know, so I feel pretty good about it. So I'm looking at probably June time frame to have the surgery. So I got a couple months, but now I'm trying to make a decision because, well, there's 3 decisions really. If I stay with her and him, I guess locally, I would prefer it because it means I wouldn't have to travel, and my friends could be here to, be with me. It was getting kind of complicated trying to figure out who could go with me if I was going to go down to California, because I had another consult with Dr. Crane yesterday. So, and that was getting a little complex, and he's so booked up I wouldn't be able to do the surgery till August with him, and that's kind of when I wanted to go back to work. So it's just a little, time frame wise, it's not going to work out very well. So yeah, so now my decision is kind of, I'm pretty much leaning towards the local surgeon, and I don't know, I kind of feel like, do I want to go with Dr. Mangubat, who's done this for a period of years now, or her? I don't know. I guess I'll have to figure that out, but yeah, it's scary. Like, I feel like I'm making this huge decision, and I don't know. I'm always a person that wants more like data or research or anything I can get my hands on, and I'm searching high and low for anything about her specifically. I've seen a lot on him, so I think I've seen enough, and just that he's progressed over the years, and that she did actually explain to me some of the things that they've done to make the surgery better recently. So that was cool, and it addressed some of my concerns about like dog ears, and just kind of like, I didn't like where he had been placing the nipple in some of his earlier pictures, but I've seen better results recently, so that was cool. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, my consult with Dr. Crane was pretty good. I mean, he's a nice guy. It was over the phone though, because I don't live in California. And I think he had gotten caught up on something, so he was out of the office when he actually took my call. So he didn't have my pictures, and I know he's seen them because they already sent me back the, what it would cost and what recommendation he had for the surgery I would need, which was double incision, which I'm fine with. But yeah, he just, I don't know, maybe he was just a little out of it yesterday, but I didn't get that feeling of comfort that I did with her, and maybe it's because I was in person, and, you know, that's always easier than trying to talk it out over the phone, but, you know, he did answer my questions. Obviously, he's a very polite guy, and obviously he knows the trans community because that's all they do at his practice. He took over for Dr. Brownstein in January, I think. Anyway, so, you know, and I did talk to him about the fact that I'd had another consultation, and he was really good about it. He was like, you know, my only concern with how other doctors might perform would just be in the, with nipples and, you know, how they take and what type of grafting they use. And, you know, Dr. Mangubat's office, they said they've never lost a nipple, so that's kind of nice, you know. In like, what, in 7 years they've never lost one, so that gives me confidence, and I don't think, you know, I'm gonna really take care of it, so I think, you know, it'll be fine. But yeah, so, you know, I like Dr. Crane. He does seem like a good guy, and he has a lot of experience too. Just, I mean, he's done so many other, you know, he's traveled a lot to do a lot of fellowships, I think, and that makes him pretty well rounded. But yeah, I was just kind of upset that he's that far booked, and I'm not saying that I just tried to make this surgery now. I have been in contact with his office since February, so yeah, he's really booked up. But yeah, I like him, but I think, you know, I feel really comfortable with the local surgeon, and, you know, I don't know if I can do any better than being able to be at home and be comfortable. And like I said, be surrounded by friends for this. So yeah, so those are just my thoughts. I guess I'm just, you know, still trying to think it out. I haven't made a 100% decision yet, but I'm probably going to make one within the week. Yeah, just weighing it out. But yeah, I mean, my chest is really important to me. Like, it's the only surgery I really want right now, and yeah, it's just a big deal. So anyway, I thought I'd update. I will be doing my 1 month update here. It's tomorrow, so I'll probably either do the video tomorrow or Monday, depending on what kind of time I have tomorrow. But yeah, so that's it. Yeah, that's all I've got. Anybody have any comments on top surgery, feel free to throw me some advice. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, so I will see you guys on my 1 month update. Take care, everybody.